Welcome to the Workamper Show, a podcast devoted to helping you discover how to finance your RV travel dreams. I'm Steve Anderson, the president of Workamper News. Each one of our episodes will either introduce you to people who are already living the RV lifestyle or to opportunities to work short-term jobs. You'll also learn how to hit the road the right way and make the most of every opportunity. Now let's turn over today's show to your host, Greg Gerber.
Thanks, Steve. Today we're going to focus on the experiences of a seasoned and enthusiastic work camping couple. Today's episode is sponsored by the National RV Training Academy in Athens, Texas. The Academy's one-week live training or home study course will teach you everything you need to know to fix about 80% of the problems people experience with their RVs. You can also sign up for additional training to become an RV inspector, campground technician, or provide mobile RV service. For more information, visit www.nrvta.com. Mike and Betty Gill are RVers from Louisiana who have been on the road since 2010. They are working a variety of work camping jobs over the years, but found a position they really like at Dollywood Amusement Park in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. They like the job so much that they work there twice a year, starting in March. Then when the high school and college students arrive for work in the summer, the Gills head out to visit family and tour the country. After Labor Day, they show up again to work until the park closes for annual maintenance in January. One thing that Mike and Betty talk about is their experience at Workamper Rendezvous, an annual week-long meeting that takes place in Heber Springs, Arkansas later this month. They describe things they learned and explain how what they learned at Rendezvous actually enabled them to begin their RV lifestyle within a few months. They describe the lifestyle and what they like about it, but they also discuss some challenges they have faced and what others can do to avoid those challenges. So please welcome Mike and Betty Gill to the show. Welcome to the show, guys. I'm glad to have you with us.
We are glad to be with you.
Thanks so much for taking time to chat with us.
My pleasure. How long have you been RVing?
We have been RVing since 2010.
Okay, so you're experienced.
We always learn something new, but I guess we are.
Okay, very good.
I grew up camping. My family started out. I'm one of seven, and we tent camped, then pop-up camper, then went to the Airstream, and then the C-Class. So I've always enjoyed camping and got some incredible, precious memories.
And what do you folks use now when you're out camping?
We have a Tiffin motorhome.
A Tiffin, nice. That's a good brand. Very good.
Yes,
super.
It's an Allegro open road, 36-foot, and it fits all of our needs.
And how long have you been work camping? The entire
we have
time?
Been on the road 5 years now. January 2015 is when we left, and been work camping pretty much. We've done quite a bit.
Did I understand you spent the summer up in Dollywood?
That's where we started in 2015. We had went on our honeymoon there, and so we decided what better place to start our work camping venture, and we have been there ever since. We work there in the spring and fall, and then we work other places when we're traveling. Okay,
so you're a regular there every year. What kinds of things do you do at Dollywood?
Well, I have the pleasure of typically running a cash register. I've also been a hostess in one of the restaurants and work in one of the smaller booths where we actually demoed the food and actually expoed the food, and just meeting people is what we told them whenever we're on our interviews. Don't put us where we can't see people. We love to interact with everyone that's coming to enjoy the events at Dollywood, so that's it.
Well, she runs a cash register, and I cook the food that she sells at the cash register.
Oh, that's neat. You make a good team. I got to ask, though, have you met Dolly?
Oh, yes. She interacts with us quite a bit. She comes to our meetings and talks to us. And 2 years ago when the fire happened, she met with all of us and assured us that we were going to get paid as long as they were closed until they opened back up.
Oh, my goodness. I wasn't aware of that. That tells you there's some integrity. Mm-hmm.
She is the real deal. It's amazing what she has done for her people in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. What attracted you to work camping in the first place?
Well, my wife was retired 5 years before I did, and she kept wanting me to retire. So 2014, we decided to. And a friend of ours was full-time RVing that we had run into, hadn't seen in probably 5 years, and they were full-time RVing, and told us about the rendezvous with Workamper News in Heber Springs, Arkansas. Said, I think y'all would enjoy doing that. So we went to the rendezvous in 2014 in October, and January we hit the road. We learned a lot about what's out there that we didn't know about.
Oh, at the rendezvous?
Right, and we did kind of put all the pieces and parts together for us there, and we didn't want to sit down. There's 20,000 baby boomers retiring a day, as we understand, and we don't want to sit down. We've still got so much to give, and at first we thought all we wanted to do was to raise chickens and plant a garden, but then we decided, you know what, we still got a lot to give. So that's really what turned us in that direction.
Mm-hmm. Rendezvous is great for that. It turns people who are dreamers into actual RVers and actual work campers pretty quickly. They give you the entire plan and help you see how it can be even possible, don't they?
We can't imagine doing what we're doing without attending Rendezvous. I'm not for sure we'd be where we are today.
At least you wouldn't be there so quickly, and you would make a lot of mistakes along the way.
They do all the homework for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you like most about the work camping experience?
Well, there again, just reiterating what I said a little bit ago, it's just the interaction of meeting people. It's just amazing, the people that everyone has a story, and we are always there with smiles on our faces and greeting everyone, and we just we've met people all over the United States, so it's just a great networking tool.
Mm-hmm. It sure is. And what did you guys do before you retired?
I was in insurance, sales and management 41 years, and then my wife was in banking for 40 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. So both professionals, and now you're out. What you work at Dollywood during the summer, and what do you do in the winter then?
Okay, we don't work in the summer at Dollywood. We get there March the 18th is when it opens, and we'll work till June 1st. And then we'll travel mostly to where our grandchildren are and spend time watching baseball games and sports that they're involved in. And then we'll head back to Dollywood in September, and we'll work till December 1.
Okay. So basically Dollywood's the only place you work.
We'll fill in with campgrounds and RV shows, things like that.
Okay. As time and opportunity presents itself, you can take advantage of those. Oh, that sounds like an interesting experience. So you're making Dollywood the base operation for you folks, and then just traveling the country, visiting the grandkids, and working where you can. What other kinds of jobs have you held? You said at campgrounds?
Well, when we hit the road in January 2015, I went and took some RV tech courses with Workamper News to work on my own rig. So we started out in Destin, Florida, and we met a couple there that was managing a campground in Indiana. So we went up there and went to work for them that year, and had a good experience with the campground there. We do work at the campground in Pigeon Forge while we're working at Dollywood, doing some work to help them out. And we worked the Hershey RV show, and we worked also the Dallas RV show. Oh,
wow. So you get around. That's neat. When you're at Dollywood, what kind of tasks are you generally doing? We had talked about, Betty, you work at the front. You're in the cash register kind of thing, and
right.
The gift shop, and that's pretty much what you do at the other places as well? Is that at the campgrounds, are you checking in people too?
Yes, especially at the campground we worked in Indiana. I worked in the office and doing just as you said, working in the little general store and checking people in, taking reservations over the telephone. And Mike did lawn care and maintenance while we were up there.
Okay, very good. And then, Mike, you landed a job as a cook. How do you go from insurance to cooking?
My wife she tells everybody I'm the cook in the family. We grill just about everything. And when we got there, they didn't have any openings in attractions is where we wanted to go. And they said, but we can put you in foods. And we told them to just plug us in. So they have the different festivals. So about every 3 months, we change our menu. And year before last, I was a Japanese cook. I had my woks, and I did stir fry, fried rice. And I added a little bit of Louisiana spice to it so people would watch to see if I was cooking that day, and they would come back.
Oh, my goodness. That's fun. That's neat. So it's the variety of things that you can do that really makes work camping attractive.
Oh, absolutely. We had never heard of succotash until they came to me and they said, you're going to be cooking succotash for this festival. So they gave me the ingredients and everything, and they call it Plate Perfect, or they have a picture of it, and they want it to look like that picture. So it's challenging.
Oh, that's fun. And I have to admit, I don't know what succotash is. What is it?
Oh, my gosh. It's everything. It's corn. Let me think. Fried okra, grilled chicken, potatoes, and it's just like I call it goulash because it's got everything. It's amazing. Depending on what part of the country you're in, some of the people further north would know why I didn't put lima beans in it, but that and sweet potatoes. But that was not Dolly's menu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you ever faced any challenges in your travels or in your experiences at all that have made the adventure even more fun when you look back on it?
Well, one thing there back at Dollywood, we got a deep respect for the restaurant business and the food preparation. We learned a lot about taking temperatures, the importance of temping, food, and to keep everyone safe. So that was an eye-opening there. Eye-opener. I don't know if you would call it a challenge or not, but very educational thing that we had learned there at Dollywood.
I guess that another, when I think of challenge, we were there during Bluegrass Festival, and that's always a big festival, and they broke their record of attendance. We had 32,000 people at the park that would hold 20,000. And try cooking and serving 32,000 people. It was a challenge.
Wow. Yeah, I imagine that'd keep you hopping from morning to night.
Yeah, the restaurant we're in now, we serve 1,300 people a day.
That's still very busy. Wow.
Oh yeah. No, it's and we like that. We don't want to sit around. We want to be busy because time does go pretty fast.
Mm-hmm. And I like what you said about learning and continuing to learn even when you're retired, because I think that's what keeps life interesting. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. And that's, we're both in, our previous lives were customer service and the importance of customer service. And when I'm hosting the line for everyone that's trying to get into our restaurant, which is one of the most popular ones there, it's tough to make sure, and well, it's not tough, but it's important to me to make sure that everyone that comes has a good experience, just as it was when I was a banker. They could bank anywhere, but I wanted to give them that extra customer service so they would continue to keep coming back to my bank.
Mm-hmm. That's very good advice. So what are some of the perks that you get to enjoy as a work camper? You get free camping,
Amazing.
That type of thing?
Yeah. Well, I guess that's why we're still at Dollywood. We stopped in Dollywood in 2015, and then 2016 we were going to work at Yellowstone. And the perks is when you work at Dollywood, most all the entertainment in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg is free because you work at Dollywood. That's some of the things that Dolly has done, and the people are willing to swap out with her. And of course, she reciprocates with tickets to Dollywood for all these companies that are located there. But we can take us and our guests to most any show. We can go zip lining, we can go whitewater rafting, and it doesn't cost us anything. So our retirement and entertainment has become very inexpensive in that area because we work at Dollywood. We don't spend the time we eat and pay our rent not over $800 a month, and we can live in Pigeon Forge and work at Dollywood.
$800 a month? That's incredible.
Yeah. Yes, we're living on 20% of what we made in the corporate world, and we haven't gone hungry yet. And another perk working there at Dollywood, and one thing that Steve Anderson said repeatedly at the rendezvous that we attended, no matter what your position you're going into, do not go in with any preconceived expectations, because as managers in the corporate world for 40 years, yes, there are things that we could go in and change, but we're not there to do that. We're there strictly as work campers to assist them with their daily task. And so that at night when we get through and I count and balance my register and we leave, we don't have to worry about the scheduling, the supplies, staffing, or anything that is involved, in management there. So that's a really big perk for us.
So you're just working. You're doing your job as the best of your ability, and you don't have to worry about anything else. If somebody doesn't show up, it's not your fault. It's not your responsibility. You just do your job as best you can.
And we tell everyone, we worked for 40 years. We're playing now. And we try to only, we work 2 or 3 days a week on their busiest schedule. And because if we wanted to work 40 hours, we would have stayed in the businesses that we were in before that we loved. And so we give 10 to 12 hours for 2 or 3 days a week. And then another perk there is then we do the hiking and biking and sightseeing in the area of the national park.
Mm-hmm. So you're only working 10 to 12 hours a week? Is that what you said?
No, a day.
A day. Oh, a day. Okay.
Yeah, that's a long day. But we tell them we'd rather go ahead and give them the full day, 2 and 3 days a week, rather than working part 4 days or 5 days and not have time to do what we want to do.
That's a great point. And so with the flexibility that the position at Dollywood gives you, is you can work full through all every day, or not every day, but full time pretty much for 3 days, and then take the rest of the week off and tour the area.
They pretty much will let you work as many hours as you want to. They were shorthanded one week. We worked 77 hours one week just to help them out.
Oh.
And we tell them that we didn't want to do that forever.
Yeah, no kidding. That's right. 77 hours, that's a lot. So basically, if somebody else wanted to go to work as a work camper at Dollywood, they would have that kind of flexibility as well. If they wanted part-time, they'd have part-time hours, but if they really wanted to work full-time, they probably could do that, right?
Absolutely. Renee Grover is the Workamper, the person in HR that's responsible for Workampers, and we pretty much talk to her on a day. I talked to her yesterday, but we talk to her on a daily basis, and they love Workampers, and they're trying to figure out how they could get 200 Workampers to fill in the slots that they don't have.
Oh, really? Wow. So there's plenty of demand there. Everybody hearing that? If you're looking for a work camping position where you've got some tremendous perks and a lot of flexibility with company with integrity, Dollywood is something you should check out.
Absolutely. That's why we're going on our 5th year there. As Mike said, we had attempted to break away and were asked to come back. And we're Christians, and it's just a blessing to be able to work with a company that we can say Merry Christmas and God bless you. And so that means a lot to us whenever we are looking for work camping opportunities.
Mm-hmm. And Dollywood is open year-round? It must be.
No, it closes January 1 or January 2, and that's when they do all their painting and everything, and then maintenance, and then they'll open back up March the 18th.
Okay. So, but the rest of the year, that's good, good. And so people can show up and work from March until June if they want to, or from June until September, or they can work from March until November, whatever they want to do. That's good. I think people should check that out.
We worked the second year. We stayed for the summer and worked, and they have so many students that work during the summer. And we went to them and told them that we said, I don't believe y'all need us in the summertime. Y'all need us in the spring and fall when all the kids are going back to school, and they agreed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason we take summer to be with our grandchildren and do some other work camping things.
Oh, that's great. So this position, one of the questions I typically ask is where are you going after this position ends, but it doesn't sound like this position's going to end for you. You're happy there, and you'll be doing this for quite a while yet.
It looks like we will, and we plugged into a church up there, and so when we're here, we miss our church there. When we're there, we miss our church here. So it's a pretty good partnership up there.
Very good. I understand you're putting your home up for sale. Is that right? In Louisiana?
That's correct. We're downsizing. We will always have a home base. When the home sells, we'll be building an RV apartment. We call it a barn dominium, where you drive your motorhome in, and you'll have an attached one bedroom, one bath apartment if you have guests. And we're probably going to build one here in Louisiana on my dad's farm, and probably in Pigeon Forge too.
A barn dominium. I've never heard of that before, and I've been in the industry for 20 years. That's pretty cool. So
I guess that's the name we gave it. It looks like a red barn, but it has a motorhome and an apartment inside it.
Is there any advice you would give to people who are considering becoming a work camper?
Well, we don't want to keep repeating ourselves, but we don't know if we would be doing what we're doing without Rendezvous. Betty and I, being in the corporate world, we've been to seminars all our life, the Zig Ziglars and everything. And this seminar was the most fun, happy, joy, over 300 RVers. But what Steve Anderson and his crew, they have the CPA, the attorney there to teach you how to set up a business. And that's what we do. I'm an RV inspector. I'm working on my RV tech, and my wife, she sells essential oils, and so we're self-employed as we travel, and we tax deduct everything we do. So we're paying about a third in taxes that we were paying.
Okay, very good. Betty, do you have any advice for our prospective work campers?
No, the field is open, and one thing about Workamper News and being affiliated with them, we're a platinum member, and that's like $67 a year for that. And they have our resume on file, so we get offers from all over the United States. And once we do, Mike always gets back in touch with them to first of all, to tell them thank you and to keep us on their list. But right now at this time, that we are obligated or taking on work camping position there at Dollywood. So just, keep in mind that there is so much to do all over the United States. The diversity of the job availability is just amazing. We have one friend that's a tour guide. He goes from Florida to Washington. We have friends that are on the Oregon coast that are working at a campground. We have friends up in Altoona, Iowa that are working at Adventureland, and we have friends that are gospel singers that are work campers, and they travel from event to event. So the diversity out there is amazing. I sometimes think that in fact, when we were working the Dallas show last week, Dallas RV show, the stigma is that work campers clean bathrooms. And that is an availability if that's something that you want to do. But the availability and the diversity of all the jobs that are available all over the United States. There's a ranch that had contacted Mike. They wanted him to come and manage a ranch. There's cowboys out there that actually work reenactments in some cities. So don't be thinking the stigma is you got a clean bathroom. So the world is open out there for RVers.
One other thing, Greg,
yes.
that she tells everyone that you've got to like the person you're with, and you got to like small spaces.
Yeah, that's right. But it's better to be in an RV than it would be in a yacht. I would think at least you could walk away and take a walk or something like that when you needed a break.
It's amazing you said that. We have met so many people. They went and sailed the islands, and when they got through sailing the islands, they bought them an RV, and now they're on the road in America.
Mm-hmm. That's neat. Now, I understand you will be at Workamper this year as well, the Workamper Rendezvous. So if people are...
Yes, we will.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be working there.
So if anybody is interested in the Workamper lifestyle and getting started the right way, quickly, probably faster than you can even imagine, we'd encourage you to go to the Workamper Rendezvous and talk to Mike and Betty and get some real practical advice on how to do this right.
We would love to talk to them.
Super. Well, thank you so much. Well, I'm sorry, Betty?
Yes, plug in one other thing that was kind of an eye-opener when we went to Rendezvous. It's not just the retirees that are out there now that are work camping. With the younger generation that can work from their computers wherever they are, and they're homeschooling their children. When they are studying, when the children are studying Gettysburg, they want to be in Gettysburg. If they're studying about the Yellowstone, they want to be in Yellowstone. So we have there's a lot of diversity out there with the young generation now that sees that, yes, this will work for them. So we're seeing that become popular in that age group.
Very good. Well, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate the time. You've been provided a wealth of information and a lot of enthusiasm for this lifestyle, and I really wish you the best of luck going forward.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
After listening to Mike and Betty, I wanted to go work at Dollywood myself. It sounds like a fun place to spend some time helping other people make memories of their own. I really like the flexibility that the job gives to Mike and Betty so that they can work for a while in the spring, take some time off to travel, then come back to the same jobs they enjoy in the fall. Not every work camping experience provides that kind of perk or flexibility, but there are a lot of jobs just like it. They prove that it's possible for anyone to make a decent income while enjoying the life of travel and adventure. One way they are doing that is by operating a part-time business from their RV, which many work campers choose to do as well. It cut their annual tax bill to 1/3 of what they were paying. Mike and Betty are also singing praises after attending the Workamper Rendezvous event a few years ago in Heber Springs, Arkansas. They credit that event with helping them hit the road just a few months later. They also credit the event opening their eyes to the full and part-time job opportunities open to work campers of all ages. They learned the essentials of work camping, but also how to manage a successful life on the road. If you'd like to jumpstart your work camping experience, you can still attend this year's Rendezvous, which takes place October 21 to 25. You can learn more information and find out about the 18 scheduled speakers and other fun activities by visiting www.workamperevent.com. For more information about work camping in general, be sure to visit www.workamper.com. Today's episode was sponsored by the National RV Training Academy in Athens, Texas. The Academy's one-week live training or home study course will teach you everything you need to know to fix about 80% of the problems people experience in their RVs. Or you can sign up for additional training to become an RV inspector, campground technician, or provide mobile RV service. For more information, be sure to visit www.nrvta.com. That's all for this week's show. Please join us again next week for 2 new episodes of The Workamper Show. Thanks for listening.